Hello, everybody, and welcome back to If Music Be the Food of Love, Stream On. Tonight, I'm really excited because we have a really, really great group, most of the members of whom I often play with myself, called Leyriath, Ensemble Leyriath, and they're going to be entertaining you all tonight with a combination of medieval music played on replicas of medieval instruments, which is really exciting in and of itself, but also they will be interspersing it with fantastical tales and musical narratives that they've created themselves. So storytelling that interweaves with the music to give you basically a really wonderful experience. I'm going to pop some links down in the chat, as always. I'm going to put some links for you to check out the rest of their work. They have a bit of an online presence, so I'm going to put their Facebook and their own website. And remember, if you like what you're watching tonight, you can always donate to them with our PayPal account. And I know that some of you will probably be watching from Portugal, and PayPal doesn't necessarily work over there. So we've also got a link for you if you're in Portugal and would like to donate to them. That's going to go in the chat as well. And finally, do remember that if you enjoy what we do here, you enjoy having all these different musicians to watch for free concerts, then you can always subscribe to the channel, which really helps us out financially, or you can just follow, in which case you'll get notifications about when we go live and you'll always know that we're streaming. So, I can pop those links in the channel now. Oh yeah, and if you're watching on Twitch and you have an account, do say hi in the chat. It's always nice, and these guys might respond to what you say. So, without further ado, I give you Ensemble Leyriath. Without further ado, I give you Ensemble Leyriath. Without further ado, I give you.
Este o som.
Sim. Deixa aí.
Ok, tá bem. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us. We hope you enjoy our performance.
You give me that.
Just a minute.
Speak about the group in the meantime.
And my name is Ricardo Alves Pereira. I play the lute, the Arabic lute, the Turkish lute, and it's called the oud. And at my right I have Ricardo Alves Pereira playing the viol, and on my left Isabel Martinez playing percussões várias, incluindo o ocean drum, e o bodhran e outras
You're
coisas.
speaking in Portuguese.
For how long am I speaking in Portuguese?
You made a switch after Bodman, I think.
Okay. Very multicultural streaming then. So what I was saying was that ocean drum, bodhran, and other multiple instruments that we will be listening. Portuguese adu. Thank you.
Because she plays a lot of other instruments as well that
Yes.
she's not actually playing in this repertoire right now, but also bagpipe and various
Mhm.
wind instruments.
True.
True.
So we are ready.
And
Thank
we
you.
might take a break or two in the meantime, time to time, to
tune once
our
again.
instruments.
That is part of
for
the performance.
For the ones that may have known us from the Wandering Bard, this is Venus de Viel. Venus de Viel is here today thanks to the supporters and believers of the Wandering Bard, and we would like to thank them one more time
Yes.
for that.
Thank you very much. Once again, enjoy the performance. O you that chooses to hear only the sweetest of voices, give a chance to this voice to reach your noble chest, for such a verse belongs to Nunium, the wizard of Leyriath, followed by talented bards on the long journey of life. With the power of music and the magic of words, he invokes the muse of inspiration, she who flows through his veins and whose heart beats within his own. Together, they shape the fabric of reality to give life to the stories of fortune and misfortune of his home, the realm of Leyriath. It is time. Come, Leyriath. There wanders in the marvelous realm of Leyriath a hero by the name of Lumino. The beauty of his mother, the ancient Mare, flows through his voice, and the strings of the golden lyre offered by his father Ethereum sound dazzlingly through his fingers. With his talent, Lumino reaches the golden ether that floats above the skies, the very pure air of the sacred skies of Ethereum. Lumino can attract the ether down to Leyriath and lay it on those who listen to his voice and instrument, enchanting their hearts. Many are the adventures of this mighty bard, and one of those, his melody was so perfect that he rose to the fixed stars in the sky. Now listen to the song of Lumino. sailed through the waters of ancient Mare. However, on one of those voyages, he was imprisoned in a dreadful pirate ship. There, the pirates took all his treasure, except his lyre, so that he could still entertain those marine parasites. Lumino was then pushed to the end of the long plank, which ended several meters away from the ship. From afar, the pirates ridiculed him, asking for one last song for their amusement, just before Lumino's execution. So he gazed at the endless blue plain before him and breathed solemnly. Holding his lyre, he released the first notes and felt the awakening of his divine talents. Progressively, his music became ever more beautiful. It was at the height of his song that Luminous saw the golden aether descending from the heavens towards him. The aether surrounded him in such a magical light that Lumino and his lyre shone like the sun. Conquered by those wonderful rays, the pirates entered in an euphoric state of pure joy, losing the total sense of reality. Their minds and hearts had been enchanted by the song of Lobino. Lumino began a second song, calling for Delphine, his brave marine companion. That legendary dolphin came quickly from the bottom of the sea, appearing in a proud vortex. Throwing himself into the water, Lumino climbed over Delphine's back, and together they swam away from the pirates. And it was then that the sea rose, reaching high above the ship. And from that massive wave was formed a majestic Saphirina. This marine phoenix, guardian of the sea, fell loudly on the ship, completely destroying it and drowning every single pirate on board. Finally, the two companions reached the golden shores of Leyriath. But then, Delphine released the very last breath of life out of his exhausted body, for the effort of that deed had been far too great for him to bear. Lumino dropped to his knee on the wet sand and wept the most griefful melody the realm had heard till then. With crushing sorrow, but with eternal gratitude, Lumino formed an ethereal stairway so high that it reached the stars above. He climbs that illuminated path with his lyre hanging on his back and holding Delphine on his arms. And to those stars brought Lumino his Delphine. And in the comfort of the heavens, stars they became, forming the constellations of Delphine that rests on the starway of Lumino. Thank you very much for watching the first musical narrative. We will do some tuning now.
Is there a way for us to see the messages
Oh,
right now?
shut. It's really good. Okay, just take that.
We will try to see if we can read the chat, but we're having some technical issues. We can see our video, but not the messages for now.
It says desligado do chat.
Where's
I
the issue?
don't understand why.
Maybe that's a message that says, hey.
Say it live.
Are you logged in?
Yes, I am. I'm gonna try saying hi. Writing hi. It's
Until
not
we can
working.
see the chat, maybe a WhatsApp message from
Our host, lovely host.
would be a nice reassurance that everything is going in order.
I don't understand why.
What do you need?
Are you in airplane mode?
No.
Okay. Did you receive any message so
No.
far? Silence is good. That means everything is in order.
Okay. Orders have come from above. Everything is in order.
Well, my tuning is in order as well.
Not the chat though, so
Not the shot, yeah.
unfortunately we cannot see what
So we
you're
will
writing.
assume what you are asking and answer accordingly, which will be, what were the pieces that we played, Ricardo?
Perfect question, thank you. So we played Renaissance repertoire from the Renaissance era, specifically from a repertoire of vihuela, which was a Renaissance guitar, and this was music only played on that instrument, at least on the record, on the printed music of back then. We, as an ensemble, decided to arrange those solo pieces into ensemble music. So what you heard today was our own historically informed interpretation and arrangement of these solo pieces, composed by Luis de Narvaez and Alonso Mudarra.
Why aren't you playing with the vihuela, Ricardo?
I am not playing with the vihuela because besides wanting to play the oud, I'm also waiting for a lovely vihuela that is being made specially for me, especially for us, especially for the Wandering Bard, which is also part of the lovely crowdfunding that we've made.
GoFundMe.
Exactly. I mean, the funding was not lovely, the donors were lovely. One day, hopefully very soon, I will be playing with that instrument.
And yes, we have
Orlando
our guest
said hi.
singer.
Ah, okay.
Hello,
Wonderful.
Orlando.
Hi Orlando, we were talking just about it.
Yes. Who is making the instruments, Ricardo?
No, exactly. Orlando Trindade, a wonderful luthier from Portugal, is making the instrument. He made this in Biel.
Thank you, Orlando, and thank you, the Wandering Bard supporters. What are the stories that you are telling, Ricardo? I'm just assuming we still don't receive any messages.
But now we can read them.
We can read them. Okay.
We,
Okay.
Kat
Good.
said that she would transmit, but now we can access the chat. It's
Okay.
working now.
So we're all connected now. So the stories that you're hearing are inspired by the music itself that we are performing. I have come up with this fantasy imaginary world called the Leyriath world, the realm, and through the stories of certain heroes,
Such as Lumino.
such as
was a
Lumino, we go into his life and his adventures through the music, and they both influence each other. We play the music thinking of the story is written and narrated thinking of the music. There's a beautiful mutual understanding. Next musical narrative, it is about the great Nunium, the wizard of Leyriath, the one who brought us the tales of his realm. Hope you enjoy. More tuning.
Wish we had a bit more light.
We have a visitor today. Yes, our cat. From the realm of Leyriath.
Do we have any questions other than the ones that we already answered?
All the pieces that we'll be playing from now, which will be around 7 to 8 pieces, they're all arrangements that we've done of Cantigas de Santa Maria, medieval songs from Galicia.
Can you do this language?
Yes, sure.
Thank you. I think Jaime is also present in the web chat.
Hi, Jaime.
Hi,
Hi,
Jan.
Jaime.
Do we have any other questions?
We lost all the messages
Ah.
before
Oh,
okay.
Orlando says hi.
Okay. Well, that was a wonderful start.
It was a
to
great
see the
beginning,
chat
yes,
then.
yes, yes.
Okay, for the time being, I shall put this here next to my tea, which I haven't drunk any yet.
Oh, Flamis. Cheers.
If you have any tea or coffee with you, or anything more fun than them, enjoy. Can you give me enough?
We'll have a participant here, a fourth member,
Singing with us
singing,
time to time.
meowing
It's
with
our
us.
singer.
Alright, we'll begin the second part. Enjoy. The undulating song of the muse echoes through the infinite strata of reality, bringing the mind to the visions of a fortunate destiny. Hear the modest story of the one known in that distant land as disciple of Lumino and Adamante, hermit of Herbaria, guide of Capricornus, bard of the legacy, and wizard of Leyriath. Hear the first quests of his campaign, emerging through mystical mists of silver and sapphire. May the saga of Nunium begin. This is an aduf, traditional Portuguese percussion instrument.
Which is not out of tune.
It is not out of tune.
Because of the humidity.
Ah, yes.
Are you sure you don't know by the
I
way
can. Give me a second.
Okay. So before I make the joke, can you make the joke?
I will. Before I would say that a guitarist, when I play the classical guitar, spends all of his life tuning and all of his life playing out of tune. I guess it's not only guitarists.
I joined the club.
Lots of strings. A long time ago, well before his travels in the worlds far beyond Leyriath, Nuno wandered by the banks of the river Lys and Lena in search of inspiration. The landscape was, and still is, green and beautiful, stretching from the springs in the hearts of the land to the river's mouth. Many are the magical beings that can be seen through Lys and Lena, such as the fairies of Camarim, the moiras of Almo Horizonte, the Sapirina birds, or the nymphs of the river and sea. That was a very Portuguese sound. On one of these journeys, when he reached the river's mouth, Lumino witnessed the wonderful birth of the nymph Leyriath and the blessing of ancient Mare over the newborn of little Lina. Still in that moment, joyful Sapphirinas appeared, those azure birds, phoenixes and eternal water shapeshifters, who happily brought the muse back up the river. Nunium ran as fast as he could behind that celebration of nature. But he ended up losing sight of them somewhere within the forest of Herbaria. However, he kept his hope and went on through the banks of Lys, longing to find once again that vision, so slender it was. It was when he reached the springs that Nunium finally found her and fell on his knee in awe. Leyriath floated in mid-air, glowing with incandescent strength, like a jewel of marine light. As the nymph saw Nunium, she approached him, and so she said, Arise, Nunium. Fate has led you to witness my birth, and for such a fortune you will now receive an important quest. Stay by my side and write down the history of Leyriath, for later you will go to the outer worlds to sing of it. Part of me will flow through your blood, and when through your music my name you invoke, you will be able to form the visions of our realm. Embrace me, Nunium, and the world will know you as the Wizard of Leyriath. Nunium embraced Leyriath and felt her presence filling his veins with a blessed freshness, realizing then the power that the muse had placed in him. For several months he stayed by her side, living there by the edge of the spring. Nunium learned a great deal from Leyriath, registering the history of Leyriath and composing several melodies that would help him express the legacy of ancient Marais. Later on, he traveled through his realm, searching for the people and magical places that Leyriath had told him so much about. Upon his return to the springs of Lys, after encountering the wonders of his world, Leyriath told Nunium that the moment to depart from Leyriath had come at last. On that quest he ventured, singing the magical legacy through places he never seen before by a child of ancient Mare. Nunium walked through a land of wealth and poverty, of peace and war, of light and shadow, of the living and the dead. In all these places he formed the visions of his home, accompanied by the strength of the muse within him. For a long time Nunium travelled by himself, but by the grace of Capricornus he made bonds with talented bards, and together they matured in the arts of music and magic. Who's dancing there? Or is everyone really paying attention to the story? It was only after many years have passed that Nunium was able to return to the shores of Leyriath. The sunset painted the reality in a burning orange, tinting the rivers and the sea. From those longing waters, his graceful Lysiad emerged, who approached him and hugged his chest. In that moment of absolute happiness, Nunium felt her heart beating inside him, filling his life with overwhelming energy. For all those journeys away from home, Lysiad had united their hearts forever, no more ruled by destiny, but by true bonding love. here comes the last part of the story of the saga of Nunium. And since that day that he, Nunium, the wizard of Leyriath, kept the promise of writing the history of his land and travelling the world reciting and playing until the end of his days. Whether he is alone or with the privilege of the company of talented bards, Nunium will always sing with the heart of his muse Leyriath beating strongly within his chest. Claps, claps,
Claps,
claps,
claps,
claps,
claps,
claps, claps, claps, claps, claps, claps, claps, claps,
Claps, claps to you,
claps,
lovely
claps,
audience.
Thank you. Let's see. I hear way, clap, 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 clap. Me, I'm dancing. Okay.
Oh.
Nice, we made you dance.
Yay! Thunderous applause.
Someone doesn't want to dance because it's cold.
Well, that's the reason to dance.
Okay.
Chime.
Well, thank you so much for coming and watching our live concert. It was a very special occasion because it was the first time we, the Leyriath ensemble, live streamed in online. Thank you so much, Kat, for all the hard work and motivation you've been having to keep your channel. You're uniting so many musicians, so much audience all around the world, and yes, congratulations to that, and thank you so much for this opportunity of
I think the channel chat right now has the various ways to support the ensemble and the channel as well.
Yes.
Make sure to subscribe to the If Music Be the Food of Love, then stream on.
Yes. And to watch the other concerts that will happen very frequently. And about us, you can support us, donate through PayPal, Portuguese accounts, also through PayPal or MBWay. There's a phone number there. Thank you very much, and hope to see you soon in a future live stream. Bye.
Thank you so much to wonderful Leyriath. That was a really, really outstanding performance. I think everyone can agree that was really, really wonderful and really special. I was dancing. I don't know if anyone else was, but Adam was dancing as well. You can't see him, but he is right there. And you can see Pip. You can see a little bit of Pip. Yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. Hopefully we'll have Leyriath back on again to tell us more stories and tales. And yeah, I'm just going to quickly run through in case we have some people who are watching who can't access the chat for whatever reason. Obviously, Leyriath are doing this all for free out of the kindness of their own hearts. So if you want to show them some love financially, you can do that through our PayPal. Just go to paypal.com/ifmusicstreamon and make sure to write their name in the chat, in the text box. Or if you're in Portugal and can't use PayPal, you can always use MBWay, and the number for that is 918062684. And please go give Leyriath a follow over on Facebook. That's facebook.com/LEYRIATH to see what they're up to. And they also have a website. We all have websites over on the Corda Sonora page, which is cordasonora.com. And then if you want the Leyriath one, go to /Leyriath. Thank you so, so much. I don't actually have a graphic yet for November because it's not entirely set who we're going to have. But I know that we are going to have one musician, for the first time, someone I don't know, who is a viola da gamba player from Israel. And that's going to be on, I think it's the 12th of November, but I'll get a graphic out soon. So if you follow us on Facebook or if you follow us here, I'll pop it up on the schedule here so you can see as well. And yeah, hopefully we'll have something else as well, but I will get a graphic up for that soon. So stay tuned. Go show Leyriath some love. Say a big thanks to them for this amazing concert that I personally really, really enjoyed watching. I love this kind of music. So thanks, everyone. And yeah, remember, if you want to support us, all the money will eventually go to paying our musicians, which we can't do now. But if you want to support us, you can do that via Twitch itself, or you can just give us a PayPal donation to be given on to whoever you want of the musicians that we've had on. Yeah, thanks, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Stay safe, everyone, and we'll see you next time.